Good morning from Hillside Haven in Montenegro. I wanted to talk a little bit today about not only mindset, but about the coaching program that I offer here at Hillside Haven when you come here as a guest. Or I can do one-to-one with you online. It doesn't matter where you are in the world these days. Coaching is something that is 100% available online. And but I wanted to talk a little bit about what I do, because you've got to find somebody who's right for you, and my style isn't for everybody, and that's fine. But if you feel after this conversation that there's a little bit of synergy there and you think that I could help you, then please do send me a message and I will contact you with a free consultation. I talk to people for at least an hour to find if there's something we can work on together. So my background, first of all, is personal development. I launched a Australian company in the UK. I was their first. We called ourselves master coaches, and what we did was we supported, enrolled, and trained other coaches across the UK to deliver a 12-step personal plan with people, and we walked them through 12 months of coaching. I've taken all the best from that and my experience also with working with women who self-harm. I've also trained in anger management. So I bring all of that experience and also my experience with health and fasting together in one package. So who would I like to work with? I tend to want to veer towards ladies of a certain age who maybe are a little bit stuck, who want to look at their health issues, and whether it's fasting or just general well-being, I'm happy to work with you. Now, obviously I'm a fasting advocate, so I will try and encourage people to try fasting. So the first thing I do with clients is I work with them on their vision. If we don't know where we're going, we're just a boat without a rudder. We're just sailing through life, which can be fine, but I believe that we need to have a focus on what it is that we want to achieve. So I look at all areas of your life, whether it's health, relationships, your work life, and it's all about all areas and bringing that vision together for you. And then once we can work out what your preferred reality is and how you feel about that, we can work on some of those limiting beliefs, because those things are the ties that keep us in our past, and it keeps us repeating the same thing. So we need to break those limiting beliefs and move forward to what I would call our preferred reality. Okay, the sun's coming out now, so I'm looking a little bit blinded. It was a bit of a cloudy day, but the sun's coming out, so do bear with me because I'm squinting and I haven't brought my sunglasses. The personal development fasting kind of goes hand in hand when we look at things like being proud of who you are, and looking at learning to accept criticism. People will tell you that fasting isn't healthy, isn't right for you, and I work with anybody, apart from the only caveat I have is I don't work with women who have eating disorders. So that is out of my remit. I have worked with women who self-harm, but that's slightly different than eating disorders. And I never advocate fasting for anybody that has bulimia or, starved themselves previously. So eating disorder, if you have been diagnosed, you need to see somebody who specializes in that. But we all self-harm to some extent, and I hope that makes somebody feel slightly better about themselves, because whether it's over exercising, whether it is anything that you are punishing yourself for, that is a form of self-harm. And, whether you are overeating and binging and eating the wrong stuff, that is also a kind of form of self-harm. It's much more mainstream, and if you are drinking too much, again, that's a slight form of self-harm. So we look at why we potentially are doing that to ourselves. If it doesn't come from a place of love, then we need to look at that and see what it is kind of covering over. So don't hide your life, your fasting lifestyle, because the more you talk about it, the more people will see that it is of benefit to you. But also take criticism and sit in that criticism, because people will always have something to say about your life, and that's okay. And what I have found a lot recently is the world is becoming very intolerant, and everybody is very sensitive. And so we kind of need you to be a little bit less sensitive, take on board criticism, but also don't let it affect your negativity. Don't let somebody, what other people think of you, affect your day, and carry that around with you. So we look at people who are being critical, and what that criticism means to you, because being oversensitive is something that I work with people, because it doesn't serve you, you know. And so we look at that, and it's about knowing yourself and being strong enough to have those boundaries that potentially you're not setting for yourself and your other people in your life. So we look at boundaries, and we look at loving yourself. It's so important that you love yourself. And so if there's anything there that is telling me that there is work to be done on that, then we can spend some time doing that as well. And the things that we tell ourselves is so important. You know, if you're looking at, we work with limiting beliefs, but just your thought processes and what those things are telling you that are stopping you from achieving. So lots of the work on that. And all I want is for people to come from a place of love, whether that's talking to other people, whether that is talking to yourself. Does it come from a place of love? And working on intuition. What does your gut say? What does your heart and what does your gut say? So we look at all of those areas, and anything that comes up within our sessions we can work on and look at in more detail. And I have lots of exercises that we can work on together. So is it something that you would like to know more about? Please do send me a message. I charge £100 an hour, whether you're here at the retreat and you've added on coaching that you want to do while you're here, whether that's something you want to work on online. And when I was working in Life in Balance, the Australian company, I would go online and do training with people in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, America. So obviously English speaking countries. If you want me to translate what £100 is, then I'm happy to send you the equivalent of that. So love to work with you, male or female. But my preferred clients are ladies in their 50s who are struggling, potentially with health problems, coming off medication, looking at your diet, looking at your own ability to move yourself forward into the life you would prefer. So contact me, let me know what your thoughts are. If you are interested in coming and staying at Hillside Haven, then obviously we can put a package together for you as well. So have a good day, and hopefully I will speak to you soon.